Welcome back to my channel and to today's video, which is something I haven't really filmed before. It's a bit of a wardrobe sort out, specifically coats and shoes, because I am overrun with them. Um, I'm very good at decluttering my wardrobe, and I replace pieces when they need it and go through every time I switch between winter and summer and get rid of what I've not been wearing, which is quite minimal to be fair. I wear the vast majority of my clothes quite a lot. I like to shop slowly. But yeah, coats and shoes I don't really tend to sort through very often, and my storage solutions are a bit of a mess at the moment. So I thought I would do a video having a look at them, deciding what I'm keeping and what I'm getting rid of, and then seeing what they look like when I've decluttered and sorted again. So I'm in my bedroom, which is where all my shoes are, but my coats are in the office. So I'll show you my shoe situation first, and then we'll do coats. So I've got an open fronted wardrobe. It's a built-in wardrobe, but as you can see from the way my clothes stick out, it's not deep enough to put doors on it without boxing it out, and I don't really want to take up the space in my room. So I have this open solution, and my clothes are neat and tidy. They are in order. My jumpers and sweatshirts are folded up there. I don't actually have too many clothes. There's all my jeans, trousers, polo shirts, short sleeve shirts, long sleeve shirts, flannels, cord shirts, and rugby tops are all in there, and then jumpers and sweatshirts, like I said. And then in here are all of my t-shirts, keeping it real. There's a big pile of clothes that I need to sort through there. But these are my shoes. Now, as you can see, can you tell which ones I don't really wear as much? The ones that are all still neatly in a row on that shelf. And the bottom is kind of half empty because it's annoying to access. And I just end up chucking all my shoes in there when I've worn them. So I need to go through, pull them all out, and let's see what I've got. So for ease, I've laid them all out in the office because I've got decent floor space in here. And it puts into perspective how many pairs of shoes I own. Let me turn you around. So this is all the shoes I own. Yes, including spa slippers. I'm being real here and showing you everything that was in those shelves. So across the back, I've got all my trainers. I wear most of these. Then we have loafers. Those two pairs of loafers and those boots, they're the three pairs of shoes I wear for work all the time. I interchange between them. Some boots, high top Converse. Then more smart shoes across here. Summer sandals, Crocs, sliders and slippers. So I'm going to run through pair by pair what I'm doing about them, whether I'm keeping them, getting rid of them, and if I am getting rid of them, whether I'll bother selling them or just donate them to charity or even put them in the bin. So excuse the unaesthetic background, but this office, said it before, I think it's a very temporary room. All the furniture in here was never bought for in here. It was either free or from a different part of the house, and this room is ramshackle together. But anyway, that's irrelevant. I'm going to work front to back through the shoes, just talk you through them. So let's go. First of all, we have my slippers. These are very comfy, fur-lined from H&M, got them last Christmas, and I really like these. My friends Ashley Francis and Edward have actually bought me some fur-lined Crocs for my birthday. Unfortunately, they were too small, so we're in the process of exchanging them. So I'm going to hang on to these for now, but when the new pair of Crocs, fur-lined Crocs arrive, I will donate these to charity because I don't need two pairs of slippers. But I think these were about 15 quid from H&M last year, so I would recommend if you're on the market for some affordable but comfortable slippers. Next up, we have a couple of pairs of spa slippers. The gym I go to is part of a hotel that also has spa facilities, so the gym and spa are in together. And I always go on my way home from work, and the change rooms are dead. and people leave behind their free slippers because some people come and just use the facilities. Obviously, they're not members. And when you come for the day, you get given a free pair of slippers. Us members don't, and we're the people that pay every month. Anyway, joking. I've picked these up in the past thinking, oh yeah, I'll use them. Never have done. These have been in my wardrobe for about 6 months. So I'm just going to donate them to charity. You know, someone wants a cheap pair of slippers for about the house. There you go. Next up are my sliders. I only have one pair of sliders, so we'll not be getting rid of these. These are North Face, they're good quality, they're comfy, they are actually padded and cushioned in there, so they don't rub, and on holiday I can walk quite long distances in these without getting blisters or sore feet, which is a novelty for sliders. Similar note, we've got my Crocs. These are great for just chucking on if you're going down the village shop, or equally if you're going to the beach. So not getting rid of them. Don't wear them as much in the winter, but in summer, wear them a lot. Then moving on to sandally type shoes, I have my Birkenstock Bostons. These are quite pricey, but I adore them. They are such a beautiful shoe to me. I know they are a bit controversial, but yeah, I bought these quite close to the end of the summer season, so I've only worn them a couple of times. I'm not going to be wearing these over the colder months because obviously they're open backed. So I'm actually going to start storing my summer shoes through winter with my summer clothes. I've never done that before, but it'll just give me more space in my wardrobe. So I'm going to put these to one side to put those away. Similarly, I have my Birkenstock. I think these are Arizonas. They have the back strap on them. They're in the mocha colour. Now, these gave me really bad blisters in Naples, but in fairness, that was after walking 4 miles up and down hill on no footpaths and uneven terrain. And that was definitely the reason why. I'm hoping they should be fine for just general holiday wear when you're mooching around town. So I'm going to keep them and give them another chance. However, if I wear them next summer and they rub me really badly again, I'll have to sell them because they're still in really decent nick. You can see from the soles they've not been worn too much, and I know someone would buy them. But again, for now, I'm going to store them over the winter. Then I have this pair of sort of hybrid between a slider and a sandal. These are just cheap ones I got from ASOS 2 years ago. Didn't wear them at all in the summer, and I don't really have a need for them. I've got sliders and I've got sandals. They're nice enough, but yeah, I just don't wear them. They're pretty cheap quality, so they're not the comfiest. And the next pair of shoes I'm going to show you are quite similar, and I really like them. So I'm going to donate these to charity because they're not really worth anything to bother selling them. So next up are the only pair of shoes that I have that come in a dust bag. They are from Reese. If you've been a long time viewer, you may remember me buying these in an ASOS haul last year. I bought them at the end of winter, so they were a third of the RRP. And they are these black leather sandals. They've got the crisscross fronts, much like the sandals that I said I'm donating to charity, but they've also got the back strap. And although they don't look it, they are actually surprisingly comfortable. I did wear them once on holiday. Haven't worn them as much as I would like to, but they're a bit dressy. So I am going to keep them because I really like them. And again, store them away over the colder months. So now we'll move on to more formal shoes. So I have this pair of Monkey vegan like lace-up loafers. They're chunky soled ones. And as you can see from the dust, I've not worn these in ages. I bought these for my 22nd birthday, which was October 21, and I've only worn them once since. They're not massively comfortable, even though they have quite a lot of cushioning inside them. I think it's just the general build of the shoe. They're not a comfortable shoe to wear. I know that Monkey is quite popular. I've sold a couple of Monkey pieces on eBay, so I'm going to see if there's a market for these and try and sell them. And if I can't, then I will just donate them to charity. Similarly, I have this pair of black suede brogues. They look faded, but are not. It's just the light shining off them. These are Kurt Geiger. I bought these back when I worked in retail, so I've had these for like 5 or 6 years now, and I just don't wear them. The last time I wore them was actually to the job interview for the job I have currently, which was almost 18 months ago. And I don't think Kurt Geiger has an awful lot of value in terms of footwear online. I might be wrong, but I'm going to do my research and see if I can get some money for them. Because the other side of the coin is they're my only, well, that's not, I was about to say it's not true, because the next pair I'm about to show you is another pair of smart black shoes, but they are one of two of my smart pairs of black shoes. So what I'm actually doing is I've purchased, they're on their way, some black Doc Martin shoes, because A, they will be great for work, B, they will be good for any formal event, whether that's like a wedding or a funeral or a job interview in the future. I'm not looking for another job, FYI, in case anyone from SMR is watching this. But yeah, they'll just be an all-rounder shoe and a replacement of these, because the shoes I'm going to show you next are these Bally Monk shoes. So I bought these in Cancer Research in Harrogate for £10 last year. Obviously Bally is a really good brand. These shoes would have been, I think, around the £300 mark, brand new. And these, again, they're obviously a smart black shoe, but they are for more specific occasions, whereas the Doc Martens will be an all-rounder. I haven't actually worn them yet, as you can again see from the dust on them, but I'm going to keep them. I'm thinking I might wear them to the work Christmas party next month, because I ain't paying for full price Bally shoes, and you know, they're luxury shoes. Let's try and get some wear out of them. I can always sell them on because they will always be worth money. And they haven't got too much wear. The sole looks really worn, but then when you look at the heel, it's still the original Bally heel. There's barely any wear to that. So they might need resoling at some point, but I think they'll be fine for now. Next up are my Clarks Wallabies. These are a light blue colour, and I bought these for my graduation because I had a light blue suit. However, that got postponed so many times that I ended up wearing the suit to a couple of weddings, and I forgot I bought the shoes. The shoes were in a box in my wardrobe, so I didn't end up getting these out until almost a year after I bought them, and I wore them to work a few times over the summer, but I'm not going to wear them through the winter simply because of the colour of them. But I'm not going to put them away, because I know that come spring I'll be reaching for these, and if I put them away I'll forget about them, because I don't tend to get my summer stuff out until it's warm enough to wear a short sleeved shirt. So sandals are fine being put away, but these I'm still going to leave them out. I'm looking forward to getting some more wear out of them. Next up are this pair of ASOS Design loafers. Now these were a bad buy because they are just the tiniest bit too small for me. They are uncomfortable because they are tight over the bridge of my foot. I bought these because I wanted a pair of black loafers to wear to work in the summer, but yeah, that just didn't happen because I didn't enjoy wearing them, and I'm a bit annoyed at myself because I should have just sent them back before I properly wore them, but I thought, no, they will stretch as I wear them, and they just haven't. So I think I'll probably just donate these. It's a shame, but we've got to be realistic here. Next up is a pair of black Bally loafers. So shortly after I found the Monk shoes in a charity shop, I was having a look at Bally on eBay and came across these. These were £10 including postage, and they're in really good nick. They've got the horse bit effects there, and then the logo inside. And the soles again aren't too worn. I mean, this bottom bit's always going to look manky after a couple of wears, but you can tell by the heel, and the heel's fine. So I'm going to keep these for now. However, my friend has come into 2 pairs of Gucci horsebit loafers, a brown pair and a black pair, and they're both my size. So need to find out how much he wants for them and decide whether I'm going to buy them off him or not. They are £550 brand new. These ones are second-hand and in good condition. and if I end up purchasing them, I don't need 2 pairs of black horsebit loafers, so this pair I will sell, but for now I'm going to keep them. Similarly, I have this pair of tan tassel loafers. These are ASOS design. I bought these 6 years ago, back when I worked in retail. They are quite heavily worn. You can see from the condition of the heels there that they're worn down, and they are quite scuffed too. Now I'm actually just going to donate these to charity now, whether I get the tan pair of Gucci loafers or not, because I don't wear them. I haven't worn them in years, so there's no point in me keeping them. They're not particularly comfortable and they're a bit battered, and also not worth the money to have them rehealed. If they were comfortable, then I'd have thought about it. But I know that if I am to buy these loafers, the tan ones and the black ones, I will wear both pairs a lot because they go with anything. They're obviously more of a summery shoe, but yes. Gucci is a brand that I like, and I've looked at their loafers many times before, but I'm never going to bring myself to pay that much for a pair of shoes. Unless I start making millions, perhaps, one day. Anyway, these are a navy pair of loafers. These are Ralph Lauren ones, and like the brown tassel ones that I just showed you, I've had these since I worked in retail. Bought them about 6 years ago, and I worked at Ralph Lauren, so I got these with my staff discount. It was an outlet store that I worked in, so they were already cheap, but by the time I'd applied my staff discount, these were £22.50, and I remember that because I have a silly memory that can't remember when my doctor's appointments are, but I can remember what I spent on a pair of shoes 6 years ago. Figure that. But anyway, I still wear these all the time through summer, spring and summer. I'm going to leave these out because even though I'm not going to wear them through winter, much like the Clarks Wallabies, as soon as spring turns, I will be slipping back into these. These are probably, I would say, the second comfiest shoes I own. The comfiest shoes I own are also Ralph Lauren, and I don't work for them. I haven't worked for them for 4 years, but I would genuinely really recommend their formal shoes if you want comfort but class. These need a bit of upkeep. I need to give them a good polish, but they always come up beautifully. And to say how much I've worn them, they really don't look that bad. So I might as well, I'm just skipping past the last pair of loafers, but I might as well show you my comfiest pairs of shoes. And these really do need some maintenance now because I've worn them so much. These are a pair of tan chucker boots, or camel chucker boots. You can tell that Harrogate Borough Council has money because it's November and they're already gritting the pavements, hence the salt marks on these shoes. I don't live in Harrogate, I only work there, just for clarification. I'm not showing off about that. But yes, these are so well loved. You can see from the front of them there how worn down they are. Look at the state of these laces, they've gone threadbare. I need to put new laces on them, and the heels have started to wear down too. But I'm willing to spend the money on these because these are my comfiest pair of shoes and I love them so much. So I need to make the time to bring these back to their former glory. I think these were about £35 or £40. Again, I got them at a heavily reduced price. I think the RRP on these was over 200. If you can get yourself to a Ralph Lauren outlet store, I really do recommend the shoes. So yeah, going back to loafers, this is my last pair. This is a pair of Doc Marten loafers, and they are in an oxblood colour, tassel loafers, and again, very comfortable. I wear these to work on an almost daily basis, even through winter, because they are a chunky sole with really good grip. Yeah, love these, and I got these in the Doc Marten outlet for £35. Now, this is a bit naughty of me, but I'm going to tell you, if you go to a MacArthur Glen outlet, like we have at York, most shops do discount for centre staff. 10% is not a huge amount, you know, you're not ripping anyone off. I bought these when I no longer worked in a shopping centre, but I did tell them that I still worked there, so they gave me 10% off. So they cost me about £32. Now, you know, I'm not saying do it or don't do it, but I'm just saying it's a thing, and take from that what you will. Judge me if you want. I'm really sorry that I got an extra £3 off Doc Martin. Just want to put it out there, if it was a little independent company, I would never do that, but from companies that are worth millions and millions of pounds, if I can get an extra 10% off, still not getting a student discount, even though I'm not a student anymore. But I will be soon, so don't hate me. Then we will move on to boots. I only have 2 pairs of boots, and I think I'm getting rid of both of them because I don't wear them. First pair is this pair of Doc Martin boots. They are like a Chelsea boot. I mean, actually, technically, I own 3 pairs of boots, and technically, my most comfy pair of shoes are a pair of boots, but they're not boot boots, are they? They're trucker boots, desert boots. I don't know. Anyway, I'm rambling, but these, I don't find them hugely comfortable. The 7s are too small, these are an 8, and they're a little bit too big, so my feet kind of rattle around in them a bit, and hence they do rub slightly. Not to the point of blisters, but I can just feel at the end of the day that the back of my heels are slightly sore. And they're wonderful boots. They are really weather protectant, obviously, weather resistant, not protectant, and obviously have really good soles. And so I just think I'm going to resell these because I just don't reach for them. Not enough to warrant keeping them when they are such a valuable shoe, because these brand new I think were about 160. I got them for my birthday last year, so yeah, a bit of a bad buy if I'm being honest. I need to give them a polish up, but hey, I might as well sell them and get the money for them than have them sat around not wearing them. Then I have another pair of Chelsea boots. These are River Island ones, and they are just black suede, and I never wear them. Never wear them. Now, I think that these might be worth something on eBay, so I will have a look, but if they're not worth much, I'll just donate them. Got good soles on them, you can tell I haven't really worn them. I think I've maybe worn them 4 times, and I've owned them for probably 3, maybe 4 years now. So I'm going to put this in the to sell pile, but like I say, if not worth anything, I'll just donate them. Then I have my high top Converse, so we're moving into trainers now. I love these. These are Keith Haring ones. My friend Frances used to work for Nike, and Nike owned Converse, and I used her discount to purchase these the other year. And yeah, I really like them. They are an ecru colour, like an off-whitey cream, and they go with most things, and they are really comfortable. They're a tiny bit too small if I'm being honest, but I still wear them. I love them. So moving on to proper trainers, I have 2 pairs of Vages, and I can't recommend Vages highly enough because they are really great quality. They are an ethical trainer brand. They use non-aluminium tanning methods, and they use vegetarian tanning methods on their leather. They donate a pair of shoes for every pair that you buy to someone in need of them. And they are a carbon neutral company, and they don't greenwash. It is legitimate. They aren't the cheapest trainers. They're about £115. However, people spend way more than that on Nike or Adidas or heaven forfend Yeezys, which are not always the best made pairs of shoes, and they are often made in factories that are more or less slave labour, and the profit they make on them is insane. Whereas the reason Vages are the price that they are is because they cost more to make, and obviously they're donating an entire other pair to a charity. So I'm going to get off my soapbox now, but I just really like these shoes. These are the first pair of Vages I bought. I've got 2 pairs. These are beaten up to heck. Look at the back of this. I know this is a bit gross, but that's from how much I've worn them. I bought these whilst I was at uni, and I wore them almost every single day until I started working full time. They are now my DIY shoes because they're so beaten up that they won't clean up anymore, so I don't really wear them to go out and about in. But I don't want to get rid of them, and they are perfect for DIY because they're leather, so they're resistant to anything really, dust, water, whatever, and they are really comfortable still, even though they're beaten up. So I wear these every time I'm doing work down at the house, so I'm not getting rid of them. Maybe once the house is finished, I'll consider parting ways with them, or I might just keep them at the back of my wardrobe for any time I'm doing DIY or decorating or whatever. These are my new Vages, and I'm embarrassed to show you this. I went on a night out in Edinburgh and I haven't cleaned them since. These ones are basically the same. These are the V10s and these ones are the V12s. There is barely any difference between them. It's not the colour difference that makes them a different trainer, it is the build quality. But these ones I chose to go for all white. And yeah, they need a really good clean, but these come up pristine. I know they will. A little bit of the pink stuff and a cloth, and yeah, they'll come up beautiful. And I wear these really often because they are just a sharp, clean pair of trainers that you can pair with any outfit. And they're smart enough to do a really lovely smart casual outfit with. Then I have another pair of sort of, they're not fully all white because they're white and ecru. These are Nike vintage court trainers. Got these in the sale for about £25 or £27 a couple of years ago. Again, I wore these on a night out and they need a really good clean, but these are a great shoe to wear with more, I hate the word, vintagey outfits. Like the outfit I've got on now, these would go perfectly with, whereas these go with more clean cut, sort of, what's the word, simplistic, minimalist, more minimalist. So, you know, if I'm wearing a pair of trousers and a cord shirt, I'd wear these, but with like a cable knit jumper, I'm gonna wear these. If that makes sense. I don't wear them half as much as I wear the Vages, I must admit, but I do wear them and I am going to keep them. Then we're into the realm of gym shoes. There's two pairs. There's the pair I used to wear and there's the pair I wear now. So the pair I used to wear, I did buy them as fashion trainers. They are Adidas NMDs and they are incredibly light. They are really flexible and they have got very thin soles on them, and that was an issue for me in the end. When I was doing my training for my Tough Mudder, my feet were hurting after I'd been running in them. I realised they weren't really made for that, and so I stopped wearing them and I invested in some proper gym shoes, which I can really recommend. These are even lighter than those. I know I was slating Nike a second ago, and yet I've just shown you two pairs of Nike shoes because those ones are Nike, but it's more that I just wouldn't pay ridiculous prices for Nike shoes for the really expensive ones. These are the Pegasus, not sure which ones, they're not the most recent ones. These were under £100, but they are really good, well-made running shoes. They're not just expensive fashion trainers that are thrown together. They had a lot of thought put into them, and they are incredibly comfortable. I'm not capable of it, but I could run a marathon in these, and I'm sure my feet would still be in decent shape. I don't know why I'm giving that much faith in these trainers, but what I'm saying is I can do a 10k in these and still have really comfortable feet afterwards, whereas those, it was more my shins, it would give me shin splints. These are just really comfortable, really lightweight, washable, and I really like the colours of them too. So the difficulty is, I'm obviously keeping these ones. These ones I like, but I haven't worn them in ages. However, they are really good for holidays. If you want to wear trainers on an evening, because they are really lightweight and breathable because of this mesh material. And for that reason, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to store them away with my summer shoes and see if I wear them next summer. We're almost there. There's 4 pairs left. Then I have this pair of Ralph Lauren trainers. These are really pretty. green, pink and cornflower blue. I got these this year. I went into the store and these were in the clearance for £45. I think they'd originally been about 150. Really comfortable, chunky sole, but that's got a lot of padding in there. And I managed to make these go with a surprising amount of outfits, so definitely keeping these. Really like them. Been wearing them a lot the last few weeks especially. Then on a similar note, I have my Nike Air 270 Reacts. I got these with my friend's discount when she worked there, so they were a lot cheaper. In hindsight, I probably wouldn't spend that kind of money again on them because they were still a bit pricey, and they are really comfy and I do really like them, but I don't probably wear them enough to warrant having spent that on them. And it was after these that I got my Vages, and that's when I started realising that these are really cheap to make, and yet they still, with my friend's discount they weren't, but if I hadn't used my friend's discount these would have been more than the Vages, because these full price were 140, but she got me about 45% off. So what's that, roughly £75. I do wear them and I'm going to keep them because I like them. All I'm saying is I probably wouldn't purchase them again at that price. Then I have a pair of Puma. These are, I think these are RX3s, I want to say. Cannot remember, but they are chunky and they are cushioned. They are so cushioned. There is an awful lot of cushioning. They are so comfy to wear. They're like wearing clouds. They are actually relatively heavy when you hold them, but on my feet they are so squishy and soft, but also supportive. I really like them. I like the colours of them. Again, make them go with a lot of stuff. I like the sort of dynamic print along them. Yes. And these were in the sale on ASOS. I think I paid about £35 to £40 for these. No more than 40, that's for certain. So, see what I mean? These are 140, these are 40. Obviously these were in a sale, these were not, but I did get a discount on these and they were like 75. But still, 75 is almost double 40. And I'd be quite happy just having these. That's my point about these shoes. When these are made using exploitative measures to make huge profits, don't get me wrong, I'm sure Puma is not particularly better, however the price point is. And you can't always be fully ethical because I can't afford to spend £115 on every pair of shoes I buy. I am better with shoes. I used to buy the cheapest shoes I could possibly find, but they were never good quality and they always hurt my feet. So now I do spend more on better shoes, but shoes that will last me, rather than shoes I'm going to throw away after 1 year. Anyway, final pair are these Nike, I've forgotten what these are called. I think are they basket court shoes? They're SBs. I bought them when I was at uni. I did used to wear them at uni, but I haven't worn them in well over a year. So they're in good nick. I am going to try and sell these because, like I say, just don't wear them, and I think they'll be worth some decent money. So there, we've gone through all my shoes. I'll just do a quick pan of the different piles. So here are all the shoes I'm keeping. Here are all the shoes I'm keeping. That green stain is where Mum still paint. Ignore that. All the shoes I'm keeping and keeping out for winter, including those ones. This pile here is stuff to try and sell. This pile here is to go to charity. And this pile here are ones that I'm putting away for winter. So this is my shoe shelves now. So I've got all my trainers on the top. Middle shelf is the formal shoes and like formal work shoes, and my Converse, and on the bottom I've got my gym trainers, slippers, Crocs, and those couple of pairs of spring shoes that I want to leave out. So, as usual, I've rambled for way longer than I expected, and this is going to be a really long video. So I'm going to do my coats in a part 2 and make this part 1, so that you're not watching forever and a day. If you have watched this, if you have actually taken the time to watch me ramble on for half an hour about my shoes, then I take my hat off to you, because I'm not sure I would have done. I do enjoy fashion videos, but I would like to try and get better at keeping them a bit snappier, because I want to keep people's interest. So that's everything. I was giving you my shoe life story here, and probably contradicted myself a fair amount, but I don't know. I've been at work all day, I'm tired, that's my excuse, and I'm sticking with it. Thank you for watching, if you've made it this far especially. Have a lovely day, and I will see you again soon with another video. Next one will likely be part 2 to this, with my coats, which are behind me over here. See you later.